Hello and welcome back to Irish Red Devils podcast. It is a bit of a different night tonight. It's international break time. Normally I complain about international breaks, but actually as an Irish Red, it's been a bit of a cracker, this one.
Oh, football, bloody hell.
It's been absolutely amazing for the Republic of Ireland and the scenes yesterday in Hungary. And so in the studio tonight, there's just myself and Gags Martial, Madman Martial. Love that adding that wee extra bit to it. Like, Gags, you were at the game.
Oh, I sure was Thursday night. Ireland, Portugal. What a game. What a game. It's up there, the best games I've ever been at. I had the privilege of being at Ireland, Germany in 2016. Shane Long scored the only goal of the game, and it was unbelievable, but that was up there. Beating Portugal, Ronaldo
Ronnie.
getting sent off, and the crybaby, and it was, and you know something. It was just an amazing, and for us then to double down and get that result in Budapest yesterday was just unbelievable. Those 3,000 fans in the stadium, Irish fans, they're never going to forget that. I don't think any Irish person's going to forget that goal, that hat trick by Troy Parrott. Unbelievable.
I have a confession to make. I was watching the game, and when it was 2-1 up, or whenever they were 2-1 down, sorry, I was like, they're going to fucking lose this game. So I stopped watching it.
This is news. This is news to me.
Yeah,
Well, you're not the first person. I've heard a couple of people on the news, I think, who said the same thing. 2-1 to turned it off.
Yeah.
So you didn't see the
No. I was watching. Like I said, I watched up, and it was 2-1, and I was like, they're not gonna get back, and then it was later on. I started looking at WhatsApps, and I saw a couple of the boys posting, and I just saw the comments saying, I don't know, like, fuck me, what a finish. And I was like, oh, what was that about? So I typed it into YouTube, Ireland, Hungary. So I think maybe the game had finished about 15 minutes after, and so I saw it, like, and I was like, holy fuck.
Unbelievable. Last kick of the game. And you know something? Served them right. Szoboszlai.
Yes.
Cork.
What was he doing with this stupid? He was like,
no,
Who was he doing that to?
I saw it as whenever they went 2-1 up, and I don't know. I mean, at the time, I was trying to not completely blow the lid, so I had to tell myself he wasn't doing it at Irish fans. I don't think he was. I think he was probably, but I don't know who he was doing it to, but I think it was just that it's just taking the piss, basically. Yeah, they kind of thought
typical Scouser.
Hungarian
Scouser.
I was putting a few choice comments into our shared football group about Kirkes and Szoboszlai and their play acting. It was there's no place for it in the modern game, but that's just what happens. Like, you wouldn't catch many Irish players doing the same.
Yeah, well, speaking of Irish players, like, this is going to go out. This show's going to go out on Thursday, for our next pre-match against Everton on Monday night. Now, we had an Everton fan lined up to come on, but some things have come up there for him, and he hasn't been able to make it on. So, with the genius being off sick and the Everton fan not coming in, it's just up to me and you guys now to preview this Everton game. But listen, speaking of Evertonians, first of all, what about Seamus Coleman? Word of him. What a warrior. You're talking there about players being like, wait, I don't know what you said there, but just that kind of modern player of, like, all their wee dances and all that things and their wee things.
Yeah.
And then you've got someone like Seamus Coleman, like, who's an absolute warrior, like, and just class.
Pure professional and a complete Irish legend.
Yeah.
We have a number of legends, but legends are a very special title. The likes of Paul McGrath, Robbie Keane to some extent, I would say, because he was fantastic. But Seamus Coleman, Seamus Coleman has been unreal, and how amazing would it be if we could bring Seamus Coleman, or he could bring us to the World Cup, if we could bring him to the World Cup. He has just been a complete legend, and he was unbelievable. He was unbelievable on Thursday night. No matter who Portugal put out on his side, he shut them down. It was unbelievable. So,
do you know what I get back like about him as well. He seems a real down to earth fella, because I remember Armagh were playing
Donegal.
Donegal,
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
and you were saying about how like he was just in the crowd in the stands like a normal fan, and he was giving all the kids.
Like Killian and Lucas both, they both got selfies with him. No bother.
Yeah.
I didn't bother that time. I just thought, let the kids.
Well, he's come and had selfies with you before, hasn't
Who?
he? Coleman, like he came to you a couple of times looking selfies.
He came to me, did
Yeah,
he?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, maybe, yeah,
You're a
yeah.
bit slow on that one there, for fuck's sake. Right. Well, listen, let's talk a wee bit about this Everton game, Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to do next Monday night, Guy Lee who's in the Everton Supporters Club in Dublin, he was going to come on tonight, but he said he would come on next week as well. So, I'm hoping he's still going to come on. He's planned to come on straight after the game next Monday night.
That's right. It's Monday night. Yeah,
it's Monday Night Football. So are we going to go live? We haven't made that decision yet if we're going to do it as a live show, live reaction next Monday night. We'll post production here, whether that is going to be, or if we'll just quite. I might kind of fancy a live. If we went live straight after it, it has the potential to have that wee bit more heat in it, which could be a good or a bad thing. I don't know, but right. Listen, Everton. I know you've got some stats and all that kind of stuff there about how Everton are doing. I was listening to I was listening to Talk Sport today, and Tony Bellew was asked about Everton. So I might actually look it up here. Whenever you're telling us a few bits of pieces, I might look up his what he was saying, because he was giving a bit of a rundown. We'll maybe use Tony Bellew tonight on the side.
Yeah, yeah.
But tell us a bit there about what, because I really don't know what to expect here with Everton.
Yeah.
How are they going on this season?
Yeah, well, Everton are doing well. They are actually only 3 points behind us, 15 points. Obviously they have moved into their new stadium, and it looks like a fantastic stadium as well. And now I think they've done better at home. They have 11 points from their 6 games at home, whereas they've only got 4 points from their 5 away games. So basically that's going to play in hopefully to our hands, because we have been better at home. Everton have not been great away. But they're doing all right. They're in a good run of form. David Moyes is a sly old manager. He's still practicing his trade. He's showing he's a quality manager. Back at the old haunt at Everton, and he's doing well. And ex-United youth player James Garner doing well as well, and he's starting to get the attention of other clubs in the Premier League. He's just putting in solid performances all the time.
You said they're 3 points behind us. What position?
Yeah, they're 11th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's so tight. The league is so tight. We're talking about this before. It's such a tight league. Everton, like 15 points isn't bad. Isn't bad for them. They're doing all right. I think if I had the Everton guy on today, I probably would expect him to kind of say, "Look, we're content enough. We can improve, but things are doing all right."
Let's see here. Right. Okay. So we're small enough channel. I think we get away with this. Like, so I'm going to play Talk Sport. So he was actually on. Tony Bellew was on there today talking about the boxing at the weekend, and then they started asking about Everton going into this weekend. So let me see if this works. Hopefully it does work. Let me see.
Everyone's goes on about, so when we've got the other fella across the park, this Vert and stuff like that, and they're going, he needs time, he needs this, he needs time to adjust. Why doesn't our lads need time to adjust? Everyone's going, why aren't they hitting the ground running? Why aren't they scoring goals? Well, we didn't pay 150 odd million for one of them, and we didn't pay 150. We've got 2 lads who, I know it looks like they're not good enough, but it's not for the want of trying. They are giving it all they've got. They're giving it all. And there was a big improvement in Tieno Barry. Like, you've got to remember, the biggest thing for a forward, Gabby, and this, is confidence. Yeah. Like, Beto last season went on a run when the gaffer came home, and he was slotting for fun. He looked like Adriano at one point. I didn't know we've got. Yeah. But it's just, you can see he's void of confidence. He's struggling at the minute, but I know once one goes in for one of them boys, they'll get a hatful. It's just because we're creating chances. Jackie Boy on the side is brilliant. We've got Jack Grealish, Kieran Dewsbury, James Garner,
and Dyer.
And,
Wow.
Illiman is just, he's next level. I'm just praying, mate, none of these vultures come calling for him at the Christmas time, because I'm Gab, he's
top.
He's so exciting to watch, and it's like I haven't seen a player in the Premier League who's got a willingness to defend as much as he has to get forward, and he wants to fight for every ball, every challenge, and then he wants to tear the back off everyone. He wants to get stuck in. He wants to take people on. He wants to win. He's a breath of fresh air. Since he walked in the door, he's been fantastic. I mean, him and Adrissa are just, they're so important to the team, and we're going to lose them in the African Cup of Nations, which is, a number of teams are going to lose the top players. But I really have enjoyed watching Everton this season. I think the shackles are off. I think the lads have got a willingness and a freedom about them, and we've still got a couple of injuries and other players to come back and come in as well who are going to improve the team. Michael Keane has also been absolutely fantastic this season. Everyone's missing the point. No one's picking that up. Michael Keane has been unbelievable. Keano is just, scoring goals, defending, everything this season so far has been brilliant.
Yeah.
So
Keane and Tarkowski have been absolutely fantastic. I mean, you have missed Jared Branthwaite, of course you have, but not as much as you would have imagined you would have done. Hey, Tony, thanks very much, mate.
You look spot on as well Saturday, mate. Spot on, the outfit. Loved it.
There you go.
Well, what he said is what I would have expected our guests to kind of be saying. Very happy with the season so far. I mean, when you look at, I hadn't touched upon him, but Grealish was a great signing by Moyes. Grealish, I think everybody knows Grealish is a great player, and to some extent he's been stifled by Pep over his years in Man City. He really has. In some ways, he sort of let his career kind of, you're in a team, okay, you've won leagues and things, but he bit of a bit part player. He probably hasn't developed like he probably should have, because he hasn't been playing enough, and you're seeing it now. He's, as Tony said there, the shackles are off. The shackles are off Grealish. He's playing, and the way we all expect him to play, and he's a danger. He'll be a danger on Monday night. But it's funny, they've a good defence because they've got Michael Keane, Tarkowski, and of course, keeping the Irish theme, Jake O'Brien. So, and he had a great weekend over the last 4 days for Ireland. So, good defence. Seamus Coleman, obviously, if he's probably hasn't been playing that much for them, but he's in the squad. And then you've got Garner. Garner's playing well. And then Beto's a danger. He hasn't really, he's not really hitting the heights yet. But Everton are, put it this way, I'm glad we're at home. I'm glad, but what I would say, I know we haven't really touched on United yet. Confirmation just coming out today, a few hours ago, about Shesko. He's going to be out for a month, so he's gone. He's out. So, and that's disappointing. And here, this is where it all. This was my issue back in the summer when we were getting Shesko, and the talk was we were getting rid of Rasmus. It's like, we bloody need two strikers. We need another striker. What happens if Shesko gets injured? Guess what? He's injured.
Yeah.
Well, who do we have? Or we're going to play Cunha up front, or Ahmad, or we don't have another striker.
Yeah.
We don't have a bloody striker.
What happened to who was the young striker coming through?
Obi.
Aye, what happened to him?
He hasn't been in the squad. He's playing in the whatever the under 21s. So he's just hasn't had a look in this season.
So there's some strange things there, because he was coming through last season at the end of the season, and there was a lot of talk around him, and they said he was scoring for fun in the reserves or the youth or something.
Yeah.
And
I think it was something. I think they're maybe concerned. If you bring him in, what are you going to do? He's what is he? 18, 19. It's as the only striker, even if he's on the bench, as the only recognised striker at Manchester United.
I know.
It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Rasmus didn't want to leave. I've never, in the last 10 years, I've never known a player who was begging to stay until he knew it was just over and he had to leave. We should have kept him.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, okay, so, it was, do you know what, listen, fair play, hold my hands up. probably complete copyright, not probably complete copyright. Talk Sport, that's where we got that from. Kept their logo on it. Cheers, lads. And that was really interesting. We must try to reach out to Tony Benny and maybe get him on, because he seemed
Tony,
he was really good. He was really good there, actually.
Yeah.
But okay,
we could have got Daza talking to him. He was at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and so was Tony. We missed a trick there.
Yeah. One of guys' mates there, but
fellow Red.
But well, I'm not sure if he is, because we've asked him many times to come on, and he still hasn't come on. And he keeps saying he's listening to these podcasts, but I don't believe him. So
I'm not seeing any comments.
Yeah,
there was
you out.
There was a comment. There was one comment. Yes, in the last one.
Right. Okay. Well, we expect to see a comment on this one, just so we know that you're listening.
Right, D-man.
Okay. So listen, that's Everton. Right. Forget Everton. What about United? I suppose I haven't really been on. It's mad how just with United not playing this week, I haven't really been watching BBC News and all that kind of stuff and looking up football stuff. So, like, whenever we were talking last week, we actually never got talking last week, but I wanted to talk about defender. He's completely slipped my mind. The Butcher.
Oh, Martinez.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about this last week, but never got a chance. He was away with Argentina. Has he played? Do you know, or was he just training? Because I think one of their games was called off, wasn't it?
Yeah, they only had one game. They were meant to play a game in India, and it was called off. I think something about the venue wasn't right, so they played one game in Angola, I think it was. And as far as I know, I don't think he played. Let's see. They played Angola. They won 2-0. Martinez scored, but I don't think it's our Martinez. I hope it's not. Yeah, I know it was Lautaro Martinez. Yeah, and let me check. No, Martinez wasn't. Yeah, I don't. He might have been with the squad, but he wasn't named in the panel. So hopefully he did a bit of training. I'm not hearing that there's been an injury. I would assume because they didn't have the second game that he might be back at Carrington already, which is always good because a lot of the South American teams, their players come back quite late, depending where they are. These guys were in Africa, so
yeah. Brazil were playing in England. They were playing.
They were playing at the Emirates, and I believe Gabriel got a bad injury at his ground.
Yeah, I don't know. That sort of thing wouldn't interest me at all, I'm afraid. But was Casemiro playing in that?
Casemiro's playing. Yeah, he scored.
Did he?
He scored.
Good man.
So he's doing well. Yeah. So no, it's good for United. It's showing he's applied himself this year. He's playing better for United. He's playing full. He's playing, as far as I can see, he's playing nearly every game for Brazil. Scoring for Brazil. Scoring for United. Things are top. How many goals has he got for us? He's two goals.
Don't know. I'll have to get you to go stato one for me for there.
No, I think or is it 3? He might even have 3 goals.
You know, I'm just thinking about Shesko, and it'll give Xerxes a chance.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
You know, and I think he deserves a chance because, you know, Xerxes kind of funny. Like, I think there's a player there. I think that he can be effective and things, but I did feel this season that, you know, if he wasn't going to get any games, he's probably, I don't know, it's so hard with only one game a week to get the guys games, like, but I think he deserves it. So it will be interesting to see. Well, I wonder what assuming there's no other injuries, I mean, I'd love to see the Butcher back in defense. It's been so long since he played for us. Like,
yeah,
you almost wonder, where would he fit? Where does he fit in now?
Well, I think, as I said a couple of weeks ago, I think if he can stay fit, he's going to be an integral part of Amram's setup, because I totally believe he'll be on the left. He'll play on the left-sided centre back. I think, because what happened saw. But the thing about Martinez is, I think he will be used whenever we have the ball. He will then come into the midfield. I think he'll bolster that midfield. I think Martinez is the fluid centre back that Amarim wants, and I think he'll be a massive. And I think it will change how solid we are. And you know, he has the ability. Martinez has the ability to push up as well. I mean, he has scored a couple of goals for us. He's got a shot on him. I still haven't quite worked out what that will mean for Luke Shaw, because he is a left-sided. Does Luke Shaw go on the left as a wing back? I just don't know Luke Shaw has that anymore in his locker. You know, I think running up and down the wing, I think you're going to risk injuries there. You know, and he's been so good. But I do think Martinez, if he's fit and stays fit, will be in the starting 11. And I think he will make a big difference to how we play. And I think it will be a positive.
Yeah.
But it's been a long time since I was at the game that he got injured in.
Right.
And it was February this year.
Yeah.
At the start of the year.
Seems like a long time
against
ago.
Crystal Palace. It's a long time.
Yeah.
So
and yeah. What side does Grealish play on? Is he more on the left side? I think he plays more on the left side.
I think, well, he played in the, he does.
Like, I do think Grealish will be so up for playing at Old Trafford, and he's so dangerous, especially when he's got that freedom to play. Like, so you kind of think to yourself, depending on what wing he plays on there.
He's right-footed, but he usually plays on the left.
Yeah, but he was on the left. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's hard. I don't think you would throw him straight in. I don't think you would start him straight away. Like, I think you'd have to give him.
Well, it leads you to think if he's playing on the left, who's our right back going to be? Masrari or Dalu? Hopefully not. I know. But no, look. If we're talking about what we think's going to happen, I'd like to think we will win. And our last 2 games, both away, I didn't fancy us win either, and we didn't. We drew both of them. I sort of think we'll win this one. The only thing that worries me is United traditionally over the last years come back off international break, especially at home, just seem a bit flat. You know, but I mean, at least half the team aren't on international shoot anymore. There's no excuse for us.
No, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Well, listen, that's us for tonight, Gags. Anything to say?
Go and Troy Part.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Troy Part.
All right, guys.